Hello and welcome to Huzzah and Bully's first ever podcast. Today I have my friend and more than likely co-host for a wee while, Kris, with me. And before we started, you said you had something you wanted to discuss. So, please, jump in.
Yeah, I get jumping on my subjects. Nice, first topic up today. One thing I want to discuss is modern day movies. Pretty much remakes, rehashes. As many movies always get made, eventually you're going to run out of ideas and they're going to have to rehash or redo another movie. Now this is my gripe.
Oh gosh.
We're going into horror instantly. You know it was going to start this way,
Yeah,
but this is the way it has to happen. But we're going to span off, don't worry about it. If there's not many horror fans out there, then yeah, we'll span off into something different.
Maybe.
We'll see. Yeah. So as movies go, you've got movies from the 80s, 70s, 50s, what have you, but they all end up getting remade in the year 2000 odd. So when they remake them, the times need to change. The stories stay the same, but your surroundings need to change. Pretty much the case of old slasher movie, but now having to, you can't really strangle someone with a cordless phone.
Yeah, that's
so,
true.
Yeah, needs to change up. Now, the one thing that really annoys me is you have the movie The Ring. Now, The Ring, Japanese horror movie, remade by the Americans, made utter trash.
I'll need to jump into this. I have never seen Ringu. Is that the original?
Yep, that's the original one, yeah.
I've never seen Ringu. I did see The Ring.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say it did anything to creep me out.
Nope.
It just felt so generic with that point of horror films where if you want to be scary, you have to jar. You have to be basically a contortionist.
Yep.
And that annoyed me because I'm going, the only person that did the contortion thing right for me was Exorcist. Because nobody else done it at that time. At least
that was it was a new for the time. I think like when it comes to Japanese horror, the Japanese on PC, they end up having something where it comes to their own style. Everyone has their own style. France has their own style. Japan has their own style. America has their own style. But the problem is with the Americans is they tried to keep it very close to them, but also base it in America, which doesn't work. If you're going to base it in America, you need to change things up. As I'm saying, change things with the times.
Yeah, because with that, they did have a lot of Japanese-esque feeling to it, but it didn't make much sense to the whole thing.
Oh, dude, come on, you've got the new Kurosagi movie coming out. Kurosagi, an awesome manga. Definitely pick it up if you get a chance. All about a corpse delivery service, about a high school team of a Buddhist colony, which operate out of the famous suicide temple. But at the bottom steep of Mount Fuji, where is it based? California.
Lovely.
Yeah, with that, that suicide forest in California, with that Mount Fuji in California, with that white guy that's in his mid-20s called Shinobi. Like,
I remember that. No, I think that's the problem of, in general, Americanisms when it comes to movies. It's like, if Americans just make a film, I'm not actually, I'll take it back, it's not Americans making a film because I'm kind of
putting into the one big pot.
When they decide to take a studio tried to take over from usually smaller films and smaller concepts, especially if it came from Japan, as you're saying with horror films, and the studio needs to make money.
Yep.
So the way they go and make money is we'll make it as accessible to everybody, and that ruins.
Yeah,
the whole
I get it, man.
concept.
It's the case that if someone's aware of the kind of Japanese style, they'll go hunting for it. But if you put it out is meant to be this kind of summer blockbuster or whatever, if you make it a bit more plain Jane, a bit more relatable to other people by having their own surroundings, then more people will go see it. But back to the point that I was going for was the case of things moving along with the times. Now, Ringu, the original one, was a videotape.
Yes.
You move on to Ring, videotape as well. When they moved on to the sequels to the American ones, as the times went on, it became DVD. No, it makes sense. DVD, you move with the times. No one uses VHS anymore. It'd be a bit random because the virus thing wouldn't spread because who's going to pull out a VHS from a pound shop to, play the video?
So,
that's a new thing.
That could have changed the film from a horror film to, oh my god, it's a zombie film killing off.
No, it's more of a cleansing. It's the case of it's actually good. Samara's more. Aye,
it was the Purge.
The Purge of hipsters.
Yes,
but the Purge with more tweed.
Yes, and a lot more hair product.
Yeah, hair product, massive glasses with no lenses, no prescription lenses that don't make any sense. Why are you wearing glasses?
I'm not gonna lie, I like that look.
Do you?
Yeah,
the HoloLens glasses?
I would like to have glasses. I think I'd look good with that. I think it would make me look more sophisticated.
I love how now it's becoming in this day and age that it's a misfortune to have 20/20 eyesight.
Yeah, goodness forbid that I can see. What plight on the world did I do to get this suffering? But with you were saying. So.
Yeah, well, it's the point of getting on is case of VHS onto DVD, but now we've got a new Ring movie coming out in 2016 that's coming out, but this new Ring movie is going to be based on streaming. No. Put into it, right? Okay, you put the DVD in, you put the video in. It's always the same. The format's just changed. Where eventually Samara comes through your telly after telling you it's 7 days. Hey,
but if it's streaming and it's on the internet, would not like 3/4 of the population die instantly?
Yes.
It's like you can't have that on YouTube. Say, and it's like it's had 8 million views. That's 8 million people. You have to go, right, there's something going on.
And also, how does she make all the visits? She's no Santa. Like,
well, she could be. She might have multiple. She might have like a wee office of them now. Like, right, guys, we need to go kill people.
What does ghouls with long hair just mumbling about?
Yeah, she's went recruited.
You have to be good with, comfortable with small spaces, constant dampness. Imagine living on 95, you get wet socks all day. Fuck that. That sounds like hell. Just get the well, hen. Get the well.
All I can think of is see the wee boy. He's in them, just going, I didn't sign up for this. He's doing most of her work for her now.
Exactly.
On that, what would you say your best remake of a horror film is?
That's a tough one. Going for a remake.
Or reboot, or even better, it can be a modern day sequel of it. See, like they took a big break, like when they did Freddy vs Jason and that. Technically, they're all continuations of the
problem is, like, a lot of remakes and stuff, because you've seen the originals or you grew up with the originals, you can't hold them dear to you, hold a candle to them in a sense. But the problem I find with that is when you're holding such a light to these movies, when the reboot comes out, you look at it in a whole different light. You look at it the case of, it's to this, and try to match X, Y, and Z up. It's like the same in Rob Zombie horror movies. If you take away the originals, basically take away that Clive Barker ever did Halloween, and you watch a Rob Zombie one, you go, it's a cool movie. It's a cool concept and a cool way of doing it. But again, if you hold the candlelight to it, you see all the flaws, or you basically, it's not even flaws. You're just holding bits that you don't think are right because it doesn't fit the template of the first one. But I'd say Fright Night. I watched it recently and it's fucking hysterical. Like Colin Farrell playing a badass vampire. Wee kind of quirks and stuff in it. Like,
I've never seen it. It never floated my boat. I'm not the biggest horror guy. Yeah. But I quite liked the remake to Jason.
Friday the 13th ones, yeah.
I liked that. I thought that did well. One, it's got Sam Winchester in it.
There you go. You get a guy for Supernatural.
Piccadilly, I think his name
Piccadilly, Pastrami.
Jim
Caviezel. Caviezel, the guy for the first one.
yes. Well, anyway, he's in it, and he brings a good role. Again, I was watching someone reviewing it, and he got the nail on the head. It's a stereotypical. It's a stereotypical slasher film with stereotypical characters. You have
don't go in the woods. There's a noise out there. Hold on, Billy.
Yeah, you have the cheerleader. You have the black guy. You have the jock. You have
I love how quintessential you have the black guy. It's true.
But it is true. There's the black guy, and you know he's going to die. It is
not straight away, but close to the first.
I think in that one he did okay. I think he got like roughly half.
2016, we're making waves. We're getting there, people.
But what they did was the people playing the roles act the roles well.
Yeah.
Where they might have been generic characters, but they put effort in it. And it made them, you kind of rooted for them, but you're always rooting for Jason.
Yeah.
That's where I think Freddy versus Jason was lacking. Freddy and Jason, great in it, because Freddy was funny and brilliant.
But Jason, the teens are hopeless.
They couldn't act to save themselves. See the scene with the main woman in Freddy versus Jason, and she fell asleep on the couch, and everybody's around the table, and she thinks he's a witch. She thinks he's a witch. She normally will sacrifice the virgin, and she wakes up screaming, but her face is just going. Yes, you're scared.
You get mere character analysis for a bag of potatoes.
Yes, and that's what I liked about that version. Obviously, the slightly grittier version of Jason. I was like, it worked. I liked the fact he ran.
That's terrifying.
Because the guy that plays him, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he's huge.
It's a big dude.
And seeing he ran and threw the axe at the guy, I was like. That's where I always think Jason should be.
It goes from the case of a usual slasher to a Viking zombie kind of marauder thing running at you.
Like Michael Myers works as a walking character because he's just creepy as all hell.
He's terrifying.
Jason isn't scary to look at, in my opinion. He's just a big guy in a hockey mask. He's slightly decayed, and nowadays with zombies, you're not scared of decay anymore.
Plus, if you looked at the one Freddy vs Jason, he was pure wither. He's small. He's a small dude. It's not Kane Hodder. It's a small dude.
Yeah, and he's black. His skin's like black.
It makes sense. He's been around for a bit. He's took a fair beating. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I kind of like the look.
The warranty is well gone on Jason.
I like the look of that though, but with his ears are basically gone. It's just as if it is.
It's a bit straight back to skull. Yeah, exactly.
I like that. But that's probably up there as one of my favourite reboots.
Oh no, I'd put that in, man. Definitely. One thing I was going to mention, if we're jumping back to wee Samara, wee girl for the well, haunting people with her videotape / DVD / downloadable torrent file. If you were right to say... No, right. No. Oh no, you're talking about Yoho, it's good to be a pirate, but no, the one thing is I'm thinking about is the case that, what happens if it's on Netflix now? It's on Netflix, right? Netflix up to go fucking one day updates. Yeah. Right, but see, if it updates the horror section, then there it is. That's the file from the well. Now this is the bit I'm getting at. She comes out her TV. After 7 days, she comes out TV because the video's in, whatever. She comes out, and then she attacks you and leaves you all swirly face. But what happens if your internet goes down and she's halfway through the TV and it buffers?
Well, that'd be the same thing of if you just turn the video off halfway through. Like, you start the timer, if you turn the TV off, would you get stuck in the black bit?
So is that you just running about your house screaming, grabbing the back of the TV and pulling it about because you're literally swinging her about the room?
Yeah, you have to hold her that way. Going, if she looks at me too long, I'm going to change, and you're just holding her this way.
But basically, we're just saying that whole franchise of horror movies could have been stopped by a fucking Budgies cover. You just put it over the TV and go, night.
She's getting kind of starting to climb out, and there's a power cut. She's like, oh, shit. And then you just never watch TV again. But can she not come out of reflections and stuff? Does that not happen at some point in it, where the guy's in his flat?
Because she starts kind of haunting.
Yeah. Is any reflection, like she can come out of the windows.
I saw the movie Mirrors. You ever see the movie Mirrors?
Yes.
Kiefer Sutherland, man, what a guy, big Jack Bauer.
Yeah, no, that was actually not bad. I think in general though, but horror films with that they don't work anymore.
No.
Nobody's willing to take a leap into doing something different because horror in general, a big blockbuster horror, makes no money. Gets back what it puts
if you're also doing an over-the-top violent movie and all the rest, if you're hitting that 18 rating or an R rating, you've already cut off a good chunk of your viewers that are going to go see it on Monday.
That happened with Evil Dead 2. They had to cut back scenes to make it an R rating because it was actually an X rating.
Because it was going near to the video nasty, the first one. So
but nowadays would they even come under this X rating? Really?
No. I think everyone's a lot more desensitized. I think there's a lot more shit in a 15 than there used to be in 18 back in the day.
Yeah, because
blood, guts, boobs, all the rest.
Predators in 18. I wouldn't class.
Oh no, you look back at it now. I think a few skin bodies hang for free.
Yeah, and good. It's good gore effects. We'll give that. But it's not an 18 film. There's some swearing, bit of gore. Nothing really in it I would class as an 18. But
no, I kind of agree with what you're saying. Like the one thing is that they don't really do much new, and there's some people who dare do something a wee bit different. I mean, you look at it, the big one out there now, Blair Witch. Have you not seen that before?
That looks not bad though.
If they redone it, I've not seen any trailers, I've not seen anything.
What it is see the brother of the woman that died in the first one?
Yeah, so Dribbly knows.
He's looking for her.
It's
about him going into the forest with his friends.
This is like Predator in the Predator comics. It carries on his Dutch's brother going on a search.
Yeah. So he's going in to find them. But what I like about it is like better film quality, obviously. But it's if they've tried their best to keep the idea of not much happens. But it's really creepy. So
like suspense building.
Yeah.
Did you see the movie Witch?
No.
Very much like that. It's all based kind of old school kind of Hammer horror style where nothing is really going on. It's just dramatic soundtracks, this and next thing, so it makes you feel uneasy through the whole movie. You clearly see shit's going south, but it's a pure slow build. Good movie.
I like Paranormal Activity for that.
Yeah.
The first one. Everybody says it's rubbish, and I'm going, no, but here's the thing, after you've watched 2, 3, 4, bite people, shit, the rest of them. Think about that first night that you watched it when nothing happened.
I know.
You were ready to shite yourself because nothing was happening. You're like, can you just jump out at me, please? Can you just be a monster standing there?
Me, man? We went to see that movie. I remember the work and us got together to go and see it on opening day. We went to see it, and a few of the lasses that we went with were jumping at a few of the bits as you're saying the build up. They and then a wee picture frame moves. There you go, and then something jumps out from the side. That goes, and the funny thing is, we're all having a good laugh. We're horror fans, we're laughing at them, you're taking a bit of the piss. It's all good. Problem being, I get home, I go to sleep. Now my mind wanders, man. Like, so one thing is, I know, like, I like to believe in energy, I like to believe in ghosts and spectres, but when a bottle of Diet Coke downstairs pops at 3 a.m, I hit the fucking ceiling, man.
No, I had the same experience with that where when I finished seeing it, I went back to my pal's house and we sat and we played a bit of the PlayStation. No,
the PlayStation, we're getting old, man.
No,
I played the Sony Station.
it was the Box of X.
The Box of X with the Snoop Dogg Doberman.
Yes, it was one of those ones.
Yes.
We were playing the Xbox and I was like, cool man, I'm going to get going. Pretty beat. I stood up, opened his door and there was no light on his hall. Went, I am not leaving.
Seems like I'm staying the night, boys.
I sat down and then I started thinking, overthinking, there's a lane. I need to walk through this lane. That lane doesn't have lights and it has bushes at one side and just a wall of houses at the other side. I'm going, I can't get through that. What am I meant to do? I can't go round. I sat there till 6 in the morning when the sun came up, then I walked home.
I made it another night.
Yes. I was
sunrise.
I was a stereotypical zombie film from games. Well, zombie games where we'll just sleep the night and come back and do it in the morning.
Make it till morning.
Yeah. Oh my god, it gave me the fear. Then, as always, they ruined it by giving them money and making a sequel. Aye. Because the reason Paranormal Activity worked was it was low budget. Yeah. That made it feel real.
Plus, did the guy not? I think he went on to do the second one, but I'm pretty sure that guy sold it on.
Yeah.
But it's the usual.
Was okay. But the problem with the second was you kind of know what's coming. Yeah. That's what ruined it. The whole point of that one is you didn't know anything. When you seen the footprint for the first time, you're like, whoa, now. And
then there was the wee kind of prong bit with the three, and you're like, oh, it's a wee demon footprint, it's not like a person.
But then there was the other one, see, when they picked the girl up with the ponytail, it looked funny and silly, and I was like,
dude, you're back to strings and flying saucers.
Yeah. I was like, the thing that did well was it only attacked properly, I think, twice. It dragged her into the other room, she ended up with a bite mark, and then spoilers, apparently if you've not seen it you're an idiot at this point, I'm sorry. Who's not seen it? I think the statute of limitations of Paranormal Activity is worn off by now, so you're alright. When she got dragged down the stairs at the end. No, she didn't get dragged down the stairs at the end.
No, it was him that got dragged down the stairs at the end. Sorry.
When he got dragged back up the stairs and threw into the camera and stuff, I'm sitting going,
okay, no, sorry. Just beforehand, that's all bit. The light comes out, she gets dragged down, it closes, and then that's when the guy gets up, he runs down the stairs, goes, and then smash, she gets thrown at the camera. Yeah. And then they had the alternated endings, which were quite cool.
The camera one was the ending Steven Spielberg told me.
Really? Steven Spielberg, big Spielberg came in?
He seen it at a film festival and liked it, and we went to didn't like the ending, because I think the original ending was the police shooting her. You
get the police shooting her because she's sitting covered in blood.
And then you've got the ending of her killing herself.
Yes, she.
Actually, was that the original?
I think the original one, she just kind of smiles into the thing and just tans herself.
Because then they did the police shooting her because one was the door slams behind one of them and they had the fright because she jumps up.
But again, the whole point in these kind of possession movies is it's an empty vessel. Yeah. So if you kill the vessel, what's the point? Movie's over. There was no point in him doing that, and or her, or 2016 tries to open me. I can't assume the gender of a ghost.
Well, the ghost was called Toby.
Was it called Toby?
Yes, I found out the ghost was called Toby.
Because you fit. Yeah, so you do. So you do.
Just her talking to nothing. The wee get
talking to a wee Toby.
Yeah. Do you know, my favourite horror film, just so I can wrap up horror for the moment, was it used to be Hellraiser 2.
Okay.
But I think nowadays it would have to be first Paranormal Activity, just thinking about it.
Yeah.
Because it was the first one since being a child that gave me the fear.
They actually gave you the willies in a sense.
See, that Blue Witch did that to me as well. Actually, the first Blue Witch. But you don't think about them because it's films you don't go back and rewatch.
But also the problem is the case if you have a sceptical mind or quite an imagination to you, if you have one that is about paranormal forces, if you have a big slasher guy, you see him at your door, you see this, don't get me wrong, you're going to get wasted eventually, but still, you put up a fighting chance, you get zombies, you see them coming, you get something that you can't see or can't control, or if you phone the police and you now look mental and get sanctioned, that thing's in the room with you, fuck that.
You're stuck in the mental hospital with something you can't see, just toy my day.
Aye.
No thank you.
No. No please. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Much appreciated.
Oh, wait a minute. We were talking about something earlier that I was going to bring up and I can't remember now.
Yeah, what we were talking about, what do you think it was?
I knew that would have brought it up.
Well, that would be the whole thing, wouldn't it?
That came out naturally there.
I was nearly clairvoyant for a moment there.
You nearly had that really good point. So, how about this one? What reboot in general have you liked the best? Like kind of, again, you can go into the idea of it can be a sequel, but it's been that far apart that it might as well be a reboot.
A reboot in general that I like the best?
Oh, actually, forget that. What do you think about the new Predator film that's coming out?
Do you know what, as I said, man, I've not really seen much on it. I don't know much. The one thing is, as soon as I heard that there was a cast part for Arnie in it, and I was just like, please man, like, the big man, as much appreciation as you have for him, please let it be a cameo. Just, man, it's like, I'm not saying the guy's past it, but yeah, And plus the problem is, as soon as you end up putting Arnie in for a kind of near main role to it, it takes the focus off everyone else. Because everyone would want to go and see Arnie.
Yeah.
So that's why you're better with just a cameo. Like him stepping in and saying a few things, and then that's a few one-liners, kind of get the old school feel back. But other than that, man, just leave it to the new guys.
I'm just having a wee read up here to see if there's any actual new information out.
Because it's the original guy that's doing it. The guy who did the first Predator, is it not?
No, it's Shane Black.
Oh, right.
Shane Black was Hawkins.
Cool.
He was part of the writing team on Predator. I'm pretty sure it was two brothers that did the original idea behind Predator. I love the fact that Van Damme was the Predator at first.
Aye, and
that's hilarious.
And the suit.
Yeah. How he ended up stumbling out of that role, and then they realised the suit was ridiculous and he's tiny compared to the rest of the cast.
The strange thing is watching these things at a young age, because I watched Predator at a young age, I watched Predator 2 at a young age. Strangely enough, I am still there's not many people out there, but I still hold more of a candlelight to Predator 2 than I do the first one. I love Arnie, but I've got a soft spot, I think, from watching Lethal Weapon really young for Danny Glover.
Yeah. For
getting too old for this shit, man, so you just have to.
My biggest problem with Danny Glover in Predator 2 was they made him look older than he was.
And he always wears the same suit. Why is he wearing the same suit?
He was oversized and he was always really sweaty. I'm like, but then when you see the scenes where he had like his shirt off and he was just like, you're actually quite built. I don't know why they're playing you as this really old man feeling it.
But that's the whole thing. It's stemming off a Lethal Weapon. You're basically near retirement. He's always the cop that's near retirement.
Yeah,
that has something going on.
Apparently, it's not going to be a reboot. It's going to be a sequel.
To?
I don't know if it's going to be a sequel to Predator 2 or Predators, because Predators is still canon.
Do you know what? I still have a very strange fear from the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it comes to I know not to come off as a bad tone or anything, but any times when it comes to the case of someone, it's a large Jamaican gentleman with massive dreads because of Uncle Willie.
Yeah.
That puts the heebie-jeebies into you, man.
We've got to set it in present day again. That's what I mean. I wonder if we're going to be taking into Aliens of the Predator into canon in this. That's the thing I always wonder. I hope they don't, because they were.
It's one of these ones that are visually appealing, but other than that, that's it.
AVP was actually pretty interesting story wise. Just don't get why it's set in Antarctica.
Yeah,
because
again,
the whole heat. Why would you put them in?
The whole temple situation, the whole kind of that's their training ground and everything, and they're breeding aliens so they can fight them off. It's pretty much a hunting season now, man.
Genuinely no information on it.
It was a good thing, but yeah, otherwise the movies were complete garbage.
Oh, they were. Like, Requiem didn't make sense of why the Predator seemed to be more concerned with killing humans in Requiem than he was fixing the mess that the Predators caused, because that was the point of him going back, was to get rid of the aliens because they didn't want an infestation, but he was so concerned in killing people that you're like, this doesn't, I don't get why you're doing what you're doing.
Yep.
And it was so dark that you couldn't even see some of the cool fight scenes. Let's see the scene in the sewer where he puts up all the traps and he fights with like 4 of them and he treats them as if they're not there. I'm like, that's so cool, but goodness forbid I could see what was going on.
I can't actually see because the visuals are so dumbed.
Yeah. Predator 2 was based on the comic, really.
It's Concrete Jungle, that's what it's all about.
Oh, that's a good game.
Do you know I never get to play that?
Oh, you're missing
man, I really wanted to play that as a kid.
That should have been the Predator film, the AVP film.
Really? Just Concrete Jungle? Because what is the whole basis of the game?
Right,
what do you do?
Happens is, in the 30s or 40s, the Predator, at that time, whoever it was, goes back and he messes up, so he does the self-destruct, but doesn't die. I'm pretty sure he does his self-destruct, but he leaves technology behind.
So they need to go...
The rest of the Predators come and take him away and leave him on a planet with alien-esque creatures. They're not alien, they're not the xenomorphs, they look kind of like them. They've got know what they kind of look like actually? The creatures from Riddick's film.
A Pitch Black?
Yes, the creatures from
I don't even big lot. Aye.
And he goes there and he just gets told basically you're going to die there, these will kill you, and he destroys them all. And then
so basically the case that you can fight and redeem yourself, otherwise you're going to die.
No, they were just going to leave. They didn't worry. We're only going to go back from.
Basically you fucked up.
What happens is the humans use the technology and the Predators went back to hunt, but humans could see them now, and they had clothing of their own. They had plasma weapons and.
Because again, it's like Independence Day, like the new one. They've managed to find the technology. They've took it. They made it to their own. As soon as they're back, they're now swatted and booted. Because
of that, they get him back to redeem what he did and kill most of the gangs and whatever. So it's very loose storyline that way. He's like, I'm back to kill people, but it's really good gameplay.
But again, the fact that you get to go
somebody, a wee skull will come up with it, and you walk behind them and just pop their head off.
Oh, you pull the spine out as well?
Sometimes the spine comes out, other times it doesn't. Just depends.
Just depends on depends how much force you really put into that.
Yeah. It's a fantastic game. It was like one of the very first kind of open world games I played.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, just jump about the city because you felt strong. You could jump up buildings and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, well worth a play. PlayStation 2.
Nice,
it's a PS2 game.
nice. But imagine having that technology though. It's more just invisibility cloak. I think stemming back to anyone's childhood, the powers of invisibility have always just been the thing. That's been the thing to have.
I've always been.
Don't get me wrong.
It's got to be pervy. Anybody goes invisible.
Yeah, well, don't get me wrong. You've got that peeping tom aspect. I get that bit.
And I don't see the point.
And also, you can be taken out with just one bottle of talcum powder.
Yeah.
You put that over, now I can see.
Yeah.
That's it. It's stuck to your cloak.
What always sticks in my head is
kind of taking water.
Invisible Man with Kevin Bacon. That one of him. And he was trying to have sex with somebody, like kind of. Like,
I know, but he becomes a pure rapey fiend.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, come on.
I don't know if that was maybe someone just trying to express that exactly what you're saying. Like, we all don't want to say it, but yeah, it ends up going to that point where you get pervy connotations and stuff. Well, also, would it steam up? Well, there's a shower scene that, but would the suit kind of steam up a wee bit?
Well, I don't know, because it's reflecting light.
That's a good point.
So, right, this is where you get in the real tricky bit if you like going invisible. So, with people like going invisible,
right,
like, your whole organs and everything are see-through.
Yeah.
Fair enough. That means if anything goes on you, that's fine because you can touch the word. See, when it comes to invisibility cloaks,
yes,
what is it bends the light in front of you, so it basically takes the image in front of you and reflects it behind you.
Projects it, right.
Big problem with that, you need huge energy sources for that to work. But they've got fabric that basically does it, reflects the light in a way that makes it, they've used it and tested on tanks and stuff.
See this kind of stuff, it's like the stealth planes and stuff like that may go undetected. But I mean, it's like, that's the funny thing is you watch all these movies as a kid and then you look at it the day and age we are now and half this shit is real. Like, it's been there, done it, or even it's more advanced now that, like, that was a while ago, but now this is what we have and it's way more advanced than any movie you've watched.
Oh yeah, it's like, who was it? Oh goodness, it was we've listened to Neil deGrasse Tyson, my hero.
Planets, baby.
You're the man. And he was interviewing a guy. I can't remember his name. Anyway, I'll look up and I'll figure it out. And what he was doing was, see, almost all his future predictions came true. He was a futurologist back in the 70s.
A futurologist? That's actual position?
Yeah, yes. It's what it is you're looking at the trends that's
Do you mean as in the case I could start on Monday and my work could be, tomorrow will be Tuesday?
No.
But I predicted that shit.
No, but it's for technology. It's like you're seeing the trends in technology and you're predicting
where
technology's going to go.
Oh,
these people are probably like the ideas people for like physicists and
Imagineers
guys to be able to go into it. But he was talking to him and he's all for AI. He is completely sold.
Oh no! AI. See the videos I've watched. No.
What videos have you watched?
Man, the videos are that. Well, one. Here we go. Right from the top. There's a couple of countdowns here. You have the one artificial consciousness that they were making, where pretty much what they did was they based someone's consciousness, a machine, with no morals, no this, no that, no before programming, and pretty much based their whole personality off of Twitter. Now, not someone's Twitter account in sense. Twitter as a whole, as in everything, just running feed by feed by feed by feed, and they were meant to build their behaviour based on that. The thing was a raging racist that wanted to kill everything and this, that, and next thing.
Yeah, but that's because you're based it off the wrong thing.
Definitely. And it's one of these ones at the end of the day, like, I still think that, the internet should be a free source, but you do need to take the good with the bad. But you've got that, you've got also the case that you get the one robot who said, they asked if robots were to take over kind of thing, what was the kind of, the thoughts of that on, and it was just like, that's inevitably what's going to happen. Like, eventually technology will become that fast and that superior that there won't be need for human life anymore.
But with that, you always have.
But that's the creepy thing with the AA battery saying that. Like, I don't fucking trust that.
Yeah, you always got to have protocols and everything all written up to make sure that happens.
Unless you give me a handgun that gives me a small, like, close range EMP.
No, think about it. Whoever makes it, like, in the real sense of it, they programmed it. So, all you have to do is make it so it can't reprogram itself, which is probably not known because I'm not a computer guy that way.
Ultron.
That is not real. We can't talk about things on that kind of sense of it.
I've seen.
You've seen someone who was Tony Stark. No, even better. You've seen somebody that wanted to be Robert Downey Jr. and be a big cokehead, but happened to be made of metal. That's what you've seen.
I'm terrified of it. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Oh God!
I'm not exactly sleeping with my hands and my feet under the pillows for that.
Okay, we'll take Avengers into this consideration. So, I'm going to walk out one day and go get hit by a big fucking hammer by a blonde guy because he goes, I don't need this world anymore.
Maybe.
Well, because I forgot about that. Magic could be real then.
Well, you walk under a scaffolding and there's a big workie that's got blonde hair on the high vis. You don't see him because he's wearing camo.
See if he drops it and goes, another, then I might believe you, but I don't see that happening. I don't imagine Thor is doing a weekend job doing being a roofer.
Asgard has just left a Mary Hill. Everyone knows that.
Oh, that'd be a bad neighbour to have, wouldn't it?
Imagine that Rainbow Road. It never gets swept anymore.
You know, when it gets to their part of it, it's a lot of broken bottles and stuff, you know.
You can't.
People don't pick up the dog poo on the Rainbow Road at that side.
People don't pick up their own poo.
Why would you need to pick up your own poo?
I'm not talking like examine it if you're picking it at all. It just means in case that people are animals and dump on the street and stuff.
How long have we been going for? 30 minutes. Well, I think that is a pretty half decent time to wrap this up. For our first one, kind of keep it short and sweet because we got into a ramble.
Rambling, just kind of ran out of subjects. I think we try to keep on one topic and we've ran through, but I don't really know how many.
That's fine. It's a good first attempt and can take it from there. Mm-hmm. So, thank you all for listening.
On a finishing note, beware China.
Apparently to beware China? Or beware of China?
Not be aware of China. I think people are quite aware of China.
Or are we, as China, to be aware of us?
Yes, to fear the robot manufacturers is what I'm trying to say. In that case, not just fear the continent, just not fear the country. Like,
you have to make it a bit more clear. You can't just go, beware China, wink, wink.
See, in the neighbouring country just goes, ah! What happened? Mum, I looked at my window and China was there.
In North Korea, going, China's there? I never knew. Wait a minute, or was it just Russia? Or North Korea? I don't know.
They're surrounded by angry people, as much as we know that.
We wonder why they're messed up.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you all for listening, and until next time, goodbye.
Goodbye.